Hi Heather, I thought I'd make a quick video. So I'm logging in as you. I already have a tab open. Go to the home page for your website. So here it is. So I'll go back to the dashboard. Go away. A couple of things have changed over here on the side. We'll go through them. So the home page is the same as it was. You can edit the home page. After you've edited it, you can save it. I think the descriptions are pretty clear. Don't play with the on-page navigation. Okay, so we'll come back to other pages. All right, events. I'm sorry that the delete facility wasn't available. That was my fault. So I'm going to create a new event. We'll call it meeting. Yeah, let's go for Fred Nurk again. Whoops, Fred Nurk. Date and time, we don't know it. Location, let's have it at the Town Hall, Brisbane. Okay, I want to show you how to do an email link. That's what I want to do. So we're inserting a link. Here, link type, instead of URL, choose email. And then the email address, it's easier if you copy and paste it. I'm just going to make one up, fred@bigpond.com. You don't have to put a subject in, but it can be useful. The user can always change it if they want. QAMST, proposed changes, and we'll OK it. Here's the rest of the description. So this attendees, I'd like that to be a subheading. So here the button says normal. Go for a heading 5 in here. So I'll press enter. See how it's gone back to normal? And so we'll say Joe Blow. Now if I press enter, I get this big blank line. I'll just backspace. If I press shift enter, I don't get a big blank line. That'll do. And we'll save it. Now by default, everything you do from now on will be automatically published. So if I go back to our real site, refresh it, so that's the F5 function key. Wait. Okay, so here's our new meeting with Fred. Here's his email address. If I click it, it opens up my email client. It's going to Fred, and here's my subject line. So I think that's a useful idea. And here's our heading 5, and there's our list. Okay, so back to the dashboard. To delete the event, we have it on the screen at the moment, so we can simply click this delete event button over on the right. If we go back to the entire list of events, I can also delete it from here. So delete event. I won't delete it just yet. Let's say that you don't want this to appear on the site just yet. Maybe you've got to check something. So at the moment it's published. But if we change the status to draft, so now it's gone blue. If I switch back and refresh it, the meeting with Fred has vanished. So once I'm happy with it, I can publish it. So now it's gone green, and I switch back, I refresh it, and there's my meeting with Fred. So now we'll delete it. So here, delete event. If you have similar events, you could duplicate them and then just modify the other one. So I'll do duplicate event. Content was duplicated, click Save Events to finalize. Let's say it's Fred Brown this time. So we'll save it. We'll go back to our list of events. And so now I have 2 events, meeting with Nurk and meeting with Brown. And there they are, meeting with Brown, meeting with Nurk. Let's delete them both. So delete event, yes, and there's no undo, by the way. Delete event. You can't break this, okay? I've got everything backed up. And news works in exactly the same way now. So you have a delete news item command on the list here. Yeah, with events and news, I was going to create a new event. So I'll type in the title, meeting with the Right on Joe Blow and Prince Charles, why not? So after I've typed in that great long title, I'm going to save the event. And we're going to switch back and refresh it. Well, that actually looks terrific, but let's say I don't like where it's broken the name. Let's say I think Joe should have gone on to the next line. After you have saved it, that's important. I want to put a break in after honourable in front of Joe. So I've got my cursor right in front of Joe, and it's a less than sign. BR stands for break, then a greater than sign. So that's shift comma and shift full stop. Save it. Switch back and refresh it. And now Joe has gone on to the next line. It's really important that you type the title without the break first and save it. Then you can switch back, refresh it, see how it looks, then come back and put the break in. Yeah. And we shall delete that. Actually, no. You wanted to put in that change.org petition. Let's find a link. That's you, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to copy the address, close that, go back here, link to website. So we click the link button. It's a URL, that's great. Going to paste it in. Then you're going to go to target and it says not set. We're going to choose new window, which is bracket underscore blank bracket, and OK it. So now you have this great ugly link. It looks pretty weird. Just above the editing area there's a source button. Click it. So we have an angle bracket and a letter A, and then here we have a closing angle bracket. Do not touch anything inside those. But this black text here, I'm going to drag over it, and I'm just going to type change.org. That's the text that we want to see. So I'm being very careful not to mess with the angle brackets. You've got another tag here. If I click on source again, that's how we want it to look. I'll save it. We'll switch back and refresh it. So now we have our link. It looks nice. I click it and it opens a new tab and it takes us to the correct page. So that's that. Oh yeah, I want to show you the credits page. We'll just delete this event. Yeah. So if you go to the very, very bottom of the site, there's a footer and there's a credits link here. I just think it's nice to acknowledge all the companies and people that give us free stuff. And just for fun, I put a video background here. So if we go to video pages, which is what that is, and if we go to credits, you can actually change the background video. I've given you 3. I quite like Roots, so we'll save it and back to that tab and refresh it, and that's the Roots video. And there's also a sunset video. Now these are just generic videos that I got from a website that provides them for free. If you wanted to, or somebody else wants to take a video of the actual area, they need to stay very, very still. It only has to be short, about 15 seconds. You can make it longer and I can just take out what's useful. As little movement as possible, so these just have a little bit of breeze, which looks effective and it doesn't make the viewer sick. If ever you make a change and when you go to refresh it, it hasn't changed, check of course that it's saved. And if that doesn't work, I've added this command over here, clear the cache. So try clicking that and then go back and refresh it again, see if it's changed. I forgot to say to you, it's pretty important that you remember to log out. So once we're finished, up at the top right there, and log out. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. If there's anything you need to know, feel free to phone or email, whichever's easiest for you. Okay, bye.